Hey guys, Von Fry here with another Netflix commentary track. This time we're taking a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. I like to put that Secret of the Ooze at the end of anything that has a 2 in it. Anyhow, this is from 1991, and it's streaming on Netflix, the second live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. You'll notice at the beginning of this, it's in the memory of Jim Henson. I'm going to be giving you tidbits and kind of my live reaction to this as we watch along. If you'd like to cue this up for your viewing pleasure, go ahead, get this started, and have, yeah, you're kind of listening to it right now, but you have Netflix fired up. Go to 0000 and hit play now. Rated PG, and it doesn't say why. I'm kind of used to things saying PG-13 for slime or whatever, right? Oh man, the lovely New Line Cinema logo. Something kind of wholesome, nostalgic. Bam, big block letters there. Memory of Jim Henson. A few alterations to the Turtles costumes. Oh, Jesus. We got a helicopter shot, and you see the Twin Towers. Golden Harvest presents, yep. Fresh off the heels of the explosive debut in 1990, they didn't wait long to shell this one out. No, they did not. And at the time, you're probably thinking, oh, well, if you... Come on, you put a sequel to that quick. It can't be that good. You didn't put any thought into it. Now it's like, what, you made me wait 6 months? Giant pieces of pizza here. You just kind of see there's so much pizza eating going on at the start of this. You'd think it was like some kind of Ghostbusters thing. Like, okay, clearly everybody is being, or maybe like Batman in a way. Someone has gotten everybody addicted to a poisonous pizza, and after a few weeks of eating this, there's going to be some kind of psychosis effect, right? It looks pretty good. It's that New York style. You have to fold it. Yo, Kino. Kino was one of the stunt performers, one of the guys in the Turtles for the first movie, and I guess they decided, hey, this guy has some charisma, maybe we don't need to have a mask on him. Is that kind of how you go about that? Oh, this is a sick burn right here. Dream on Dweeb. Yeah, okay. When I do, I'll dream of something a little thinner. I did not get that back in the day. Kevin Clash, that's Elmo who does Splinter, right? Did we not get bigger? I don't think we had big titles for the cast in the first movie. I could be mistaken. I don't remember seeing all the names pop up. At any rate, here, yeah, I don't think you can call girls fat like that. But now it's like, if a girl calls herself fat, it's a compliment. He's delivering pizza to April O'Neil. This gal always wants pizza. Why is that? Well, the Turtles are staying with her. Uh-oh, I see some unattended vans with cardboard boxes in them. Something's up. Does anyone rob anymore with the pantyhose over their head? And by the way, when I was a kid, I had no idea that's what that was. I thought they were out getting masks that looked like that. You can see he puts on some pretty good moves here. You're like, whoa. And this little kid from Red Sonja? Indeed it is. Man, we got a lot of personality out of this kid in like 2 minutes. He's into the ladies. They reject him. He bites back. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon logo to The Secret of the Ooze. 2 there in Roman numerals, though I'm not sure about the poster, but in the least, the VHS box art had a white backdrop with this giant 2, and the turtles were sticking through it. I think maybe not all the voices are different, but Donatello is no longer Corey Feldman. I don't know why. Animatronics by Jim Henson's Creature Shop. It's to be expected. Yeah, in the middle of this fight, I'm gonna stuff this kid in a canvas and put him in the trash. Gosh, there's quite a bit of goons here. One thing you'll notice difference is that in this movie, the turtles do not use their weaponry. There's some backlash from parents. As I'd mentioned before, it seemed like they used the weapons and people didn't get hurt. And that seems to lead kids to a false conclusion. Oh, I can beat people with a bow staff and not hurt them permanently. So because of that, the turtles now just don't do jack. Yeah, you will not see nunchucks. Here's Mikey using the yo-yo. And then we'll see him use sausages. Oh, yeah, he had the swords, and he uses them to not slice people. As the costumes go, I noticed that they have a more prominent spots. You see kind of like on the crotchal area of Donatello in this shot, you can see these like liver spots. Yeah, that's not menacing at all. This is a very kiddie fight, especially in comparison to the beatdown that Raphael received over at the antique shop in the first movie. The missing link. I could be wrong. I think Mikey's got the same voice. Yeah, so you get a little bit of nunchuck action without the nunchucks. You get to skirt the issue. I would think that the whole reason for needing a new costume, about a year later, is that the latex really breaks down. If you ever look at old props that are for sale on like eBay, it's not that someone didn't take care of them, it's this stuff deteriorates. Raphael being rough on him. Man, as a kid, I never noticed how much shorter Mikey was versus the others. He's like 6 feet, 6 inches shorter than them. Also, high definition here, you can really pick up all these scars, like all these lacerations, cracks in Raphael's shell that the others lack. And the first film is so dark, the way it's shot, that I don't think you have a chance to look at his shell for the cracks prior to them appearing, or when they would appear. They took the pizza, but they paid for it, which might lead you to the conclusion that that was who the pizza was for. Hey, I know you. You're April O'Neil. Well, how do you know her? Because she looked a lot different last time I saw her. By the way, look, I'm not saying Judith Hogue is a dog, but Paige Turco. Am I saying that right? I'm going to say it Turco. Whoa. Sweet Sassy Molassy. There's a movie, I think it's called Vibrations, about this guy gets his hands amputated and some guys tried to prank him and it doesn't go right, whatever. Anyways, Christina Applegate's like the love interest in that or at some point. But here's the thing. Paige Turco is in a Christina Applegate movie, prime Christina Applegate, and Paige is the hot chick. Wrap your head around that. By the way, last I saw, still looks pretty damn good. Rubber Snake, and she's bouncing around the apartment here. Doesn't look anything like her previous place. And kind of piecing together the mess with the turtle's personality. I'm not sure why the skateboard would be Donatello. in these films they don't peg Donatello for the wizard, like the electrician. He doesn't do the machines or nothing. I'm just trying to think here. I think in the third film he has more understanding of it than the others, but it's not explained why so much. But he does flex some knowledge on him. I didn't understand any of this gag back in the day. What is? Yeah, kind of curiously, Danny, her boss, they'll remain absent in this movie. Pizza no longer supplied by Domino's. Just, I don't know, generic some there. Oh, really, guys? There's no reason to throw the pizza. Shenanigans for the kids. You can see that this movie looks a lot different than the one just prior to it. Has less that gritty indie film kind of look to it. It looks a little more Hollywood production. You can see that there's just like a lot of medium. Oh, come on, Siri. I didn't ask you nothing. Just there's a lot of medium two shots here or whatever. I've got to think. I think Splinter largely looks the same as he did in the first film. They're talking about how Shredder got taken out. How long did they say that was? All right, we're busy not forgetting who we are. Okay. It's amazing to think that this is the voice of Elmo. Or was. Not the original Elmo, actually. Elmo was briefly portrayed by as just some like throwaway sidekick type character, and he kind of took over the role and expanded on it, and then Elmo became prominent under him, Kevin Clash, for 15 years. Okay, so how long are you guys going to be teenagers? You're 15-year-olds? Is that what we're getting? Their world can never be ours. But in the most recent live action film, Out of the Shadows, it's kind of suggested by the end of the movie that the turtles saving Manhattan from a very obvious and highly publicized, noticed attempt from Krang and Dimension X, all this stuff, that they can be out of the shadows. That's the whole point of the film, is that now they can be among the people. The people are aware of the Ninja Turtles, no more putting on the trench coats. 10 flips now. Didn't really understand. So much of this stuff I just didn't really pay attention to. It's like, oh, okay, I guess they're doing back handsprings. All right. Remember, the true ninja master of all is a master of all things. I don't think ninjas were all these honorable dudes that Splinter builds it up as. It was supposed to be like the samurais, the honor, and the ninjas, the dickish assassin, really. We're offloading the trash. So this could very well be the next day after Shredder's taken out. I think that we have a painted backdrop there, or large. Yeah, I think typically at the time that stuff's a painted scape. You'll be seeing stuff like that in this movie. As the This isn't like on location. And we're going to get the hand out. And this reminded me a lot of Batman 1989. You get like Joker is in the ooze. There's ooze in that. Also, there's chemicals. He sticks his hand out, right? I think that the Foot Clan is unchanged, but they lost a lot of recruits. In fact, at the end of the first movie, it kind of looks like they lost everybody, all their numbers. Gosh, I mean, could they have recruited shorter guys? Aitatsu, now lead. He issues the challenge just as Shredder's getting here. Nice. The junkyard is our backup location, which also happens to be where Shredder was dumped. And here's the weird thing. You see that helmet? Now it has like these shingles. He's sharpening the top of it, but it's actually a totally different thing. The helmet's different. It doesn't have this interconnected look about it. Now it's got these like tiles. I'm gonna have to. God, somebody remind me. Was April with Channel 3 News previously in the last movie, or is she always Channel 3? I think that may very well be the case. This guy here, I know I've seen him in other stuff. So there were some unused elements, scenes from the script that never got into the film, and thus you can't say are canon. But it's suggested that this guy, this researcher who kind of develops the ooze, scientist man here, is actually a creature from Dimension X. Whether he's something like Krang or what was it, neutrino, or I can't remember all the details, but there was a scene near the end where he is, I guess, he goes to the restroom and he has an extra body, like he's the man suit of something like Krang, and that's revealed. And I guess they short of time, and it's just kind of, it's also like a why? This is random. Especially if there's nothing bigger to it, if they don't confront him over it. So I could understand why they'd get cut. You gotta wonder, how are they eating these candy bars in those costumes, right? Kind of seems like they make the sound of biting at it, but they don't. Oh, drat. It's a movie, and we have a guy kind of talking British, like kind of properish. Maybe a little transatlantic accent in between there. This guy can't be all that on the up and up. He's hiding something, clearly. Yeah, doesn't something come of this guy here? She has a guy in her crew, but he's with the Foot Clan. Isn't that it? All non TGR, TGRI. A different name on the canister in the first film. Giant dandelions? Kind of thinking maybe you should be in suits around these things. A little more. Yeah, it says caution contaminated area, but let's run around and handle this with flesh. Yeah, this guy has an evil look about him, doesn't he? Like I'm kind of a bad guy. I could play the creeper in some movie, huh? Okay, so what do we have floating around over here? If is all of this ooze in the back? Gosh, do that to Danny. How did Shredder get this? There you go. I sent you to follow her. No, master, but Shredder, now in purple. He did appear on the scene in that costume from the first movie, and now he's in purple. He was wearing red, now he's purple. A lot of people wouldn't complain about that, as purple is the costume he seems to be most known for. And here's Donatello acting like Michelangelo again. I didn't understand this reference back then. It's a wax on, wax off Karate Kid. I'm sorry, most of this commentary is I didn't get this reference when I was a kid. Oh, he's been on the roof all night, coming to a decision. All right, everybody, we have to have a talk. It's story time with Splinter. It's time I tell you the truth about something, though I thought he's already told everybody. Making up some reason for why he isn't telling people the truth or the whole story. Oh, yeah, there was a shadow over it. Yeah, that's why. Man, I swear something is up with the way Donatello's mouth works. It's like his top lip flutters more than his mouth moves. Oh, there we go. Yeah, now that you did that interview, I'll tell you guys about this canister and how the name lines up. Yeah, there we go. What is the secret of the ooze? We knew from the start the ooze was a mutagen. It made the turtles big. Not a secret. I thought these canisters looked so cool back in the day, and now they just look like cheaply milled out props for a movie. I could see that if you did this now, and I don't think they had quite the same setup in the newer films, but you're making canisters for turning the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into what they are. They're going to look a lot cooler than that nowadays, aren't they? Like they're going to be excessively overworked. Ah, yes. We'll take that. Seeing this TGRI sign on top of this building like this kind of reminds me in Blade Runner of how fighting on the rooftops and you see stuff, kind of like signs for different tech. Kind of, what was it, like a Memorex? Was there was a there was all kinds of stuff that turned out not to be that prominent in 2019. Maybe it's like Toshiba or whatever, or Panasonic. Yeah, I'm sure those light up for some reason. Yeah, keep an eye. Oh, wait a minute. Donatello does do a little bit of computer stuff here. How could I forget? Yeah, you type with those giant fingers. Good luck. Active. Yeah, I mean, okay, so you're looking for a canister that hasn't been disposed. I don't know what good that could really do. It's kind of just some situation to put them by the ooze, isn't it? Which obviously Shredder wants that he can make his own mutants to fight the other mutants. Uh oh. More Foot Clan than we thought. Now we have a little bit of fun with the canister getting tossed around. Hey, at least we started the movie with a fight, right? I can't see it being easy to throw or catch anything with those hands. You have less fingers, even. Oh, actually, it's interesting. They had tossed around the pizza and they made football references, and now here they are again. And we're huddling, as a matter of fact. Yeah, you got all you Foot Clan just kind of sit around and watch them as they discuss their plan of action here. If you'll do that, please. Uh, what is Leo even holding? He's got like two sticks. Yeah, Leo clearly has a couple of sticks in his hand. Ninja vanish time. Throw the smoke egg, and there we go. Interesting. He doesn't throw the smoke pellet down at his feet and cover in smoke. Throw it at the people you're fleeing, and then when they're covered in smoke, you run. Might actually be more effective to do it that way. The only one. Can you get two animals out of this canister for me, Mr. Scientist? Oh, Paulina Perkova. I forgot her name. Late wife of Rick Ocasek. They separated, maybe even divorced. I think divorced just like months before he passed away. It's really odd, and he did that just to cheat her out of getting some money. Really weird stuff. And she seems to be sort of taking the high road on it. Oh, he was love of my life and all this. Maybe she'll find a way to get herself back into the money, but he wasn't right in the head at the end, and that's why this is happening. Oh, graceful ninja vanishing here. But Kino, he studied martial arts, so he can kind of read up on this, right? He understands. Page a little older than Judith. You wouldn't really be able to tell from looking at her. Would still smash. Oh yeah, I do a little nunchucking. Yeah, this. You don't want her practicing this. You don't want the actress to actually look like she knows what she's doing for this gag. Yeah, there. You just try not to hit yourself in the face, lady. I'd keep practicing. Seize the foot. Giant rat. It's always the giant rat that freaks people out, not the turtles. Yeah, okay, so this was a guy who fought several people at the beginning of the movie, faints on seeing giant rat. Everybody introduce yourself to the audience. I hadn't really thought about it. Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael. Oh. And we'll see that Mikey cheats on his 10 flips now. It's not slime, pal. It's ooze. There's a difference. These guys are out there looking for anyone with martial arts talent, especially teenagers. Yeah, we have a gang and we recruit kids with some taekwondo ability. And you can kind of see here that we got early seeds for a Raphael Kino relationship. Oh, he had to do more than 10. He's counting into the 20s. These are the two most vicious uh, creatures you could get from the zoo, huh? It's amazing how he was able to makeshift this lab. You're in the junkyard and you're like, okay, we'll give you a few hours. You do this or else. Or else what? We can't say because it's rated PG. I would kind of think that all he really needed to do was maybe just, I don't know, spray some ooze on the creatures. You don't think that would have sufficed? Is that a Honda Prelude? April not wearing yellow in this movie, guys. Yeah, they're going with the old timey movies again for reference and jokes. We're gonna go look for a new place in the sewers, right? We're down here playing Century 21. Didn't get that at the time. Not a bad real estate joke reference. Timeshare. Didn't get. Gosh, so many of the jokes here are for the adults. It did not take them long to find a new HQ. Now, I know New York has a bit of a homeless problem and they live in the sewer, kind of. Wouldn't a location like abandoned subway kind of already have some squatters? I mean, hell, it's wired and the lights still work. They could have done a better job clearing this place out. This hideout would be retained in the third film, for the most part. Like they're living in the abandoned subway station. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! We got a better look at Shredder's cape here, and you can see all of the silver tiger stripe streaks kind of swirling about in it. Hadn't really noticed the cape in this movie. We've already failed against the turtles. We could use guns. We could try that, but rather let's not. She got a different boss here. Oh, you're the news manager? Wouldn't recognize you. What's with the cast turnover in this? Casey Jones isn't in this. Don't people try to come back when there's a hit? Isn't that where they get the big payoff? Is with the next movie? Bare Essentials. Chips. Pretty generic looking chips. Oh, Raphael is missing. This gives Raphael a little bit of time to hang out with Kino. Raphael certainly has a thing about going out on his own, doesn't he? Does in the first two films. I started watching TMNT. Is it 2006, 2007 Turtles film? It honestly it didn't strike me as too good. I'll probably have some kind of review for it. Uh, in the next couple weeks. I don't know. I haven't really had any desire to finish watching. I'm about halfway through. Raphael goes out on his own and even becomes kind of I don't know, a sort of Punisher vigilante on it out at night. I feel like Shredder's top uh, blade. Oh, his blades are accentuated now. They seem so much more extreme over his head. You can see clearly there's some good results there because there's giant arms sticking out. Come forth. Yeah. Okay. Is his mask bigger too, Shredder's? Oh, Tatsu don't want any piece of this. Wolf, snapping turtle. Incredible. The most fearsome creatures you could find. Attack me if you will. When it is over, you will call me master. Oh, so you think you can whoop them? Okay, is that what you're saying? These things, the mouth does not emote right. The wolf, oh gosh, that's not good. The snapping turtle, I could kind of buy. These look like suits. And I do think that, and I don't hear anyone else coming up with this theory. You see so much more CGI rather than suits and prosthetics these days because they don't want people being able to replicate it at home. They don't want people showing up at Comic-Con as the authentic characters. And if you make them CGI, it can't be done that way. You can't actually dress up that way, right? They've imprinted on you as their surrogate mother. Note that they also talk about imprinting on the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Richard Hammond, right? Is it Richard Hammond, right? Was yeah, the boss guy, right? Attenborough. He talks about how he likes to be there for whenever all each of the dinosaurs hatch, so they can imprint. Ah, yes, they have some strength. I can use this. All right, everybody, we're meeting up for the Foot Clan. Everybody, get your leather biker jacket on. Yeah. You know those guys that got their ass kicked by them mutant turtles? Well, we want to join them. Yeah, you take a test, and if you're good enough, and now here we go. It's revealed what Raph is up to. All this trouble to find out where the Foot's new headquarters is. Damn, he's got some moves. You got like the aerial, you got some kicks, all kinds of stuff. Like, come on, this white guy right here done got shot. Oh no, you just fight the next guy, not the next two. Winner remains. It's like Street Fighter 2. Kino, wasn't it? I never ran across a Kino out in my travels. Interesting test here. You have 15 seconds. Remove as many of the bells as you can. And they're not supposed. Does he mention they're not supposed to make a sound? Instead, Raphael comes and does it. Is this enough? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Kino is inducted into the Foot Clan for all of 5 seconds. Get yourself a training doji. Is that the costume? He never gets one. He doesn't even get that far. He could have gotten it, and then they blow it, or rather, well, I guess we know the location, so we can split. Okay, looks like this is the place. Yeah, looks like it. Nothing real deep from Kino here. Like, maybe I want to stay. Okay, first chance we get, we're out. What? I see a shadow. Familiar. Dun dun dun. Well, now this is your chance to leave. I feel like the Foot Clan costume doesn't look as good in this movie for some reason. Maybe the eyes are off. Maybe it's just the way it's shot. More daytime. Boom. Yeah, you guys are dumb. Gosh, does Kino show off more martial arts than the Turtles? See, this would not pass for a fight in today's films. Stuff's got to be crazy extreme. Dun dun dun, it's the Shredder. He didn't die a couple days ago. Oh, you gotta run ahead of you, Kino. Jeez. And of course, she's there right when he's yelling at her to have him come up. Oh gosh, there's just something not intimidating about Foot Clan on guard duty like that. Yeah, a little too quiet. It's got to be a trap. Anytime someone says a little too quiet, it's a trap. A little too easy. A little too Raph. Mikey kind of messes it up. This is a very short movie, guys. The first film is not long by any stretch of the imagination. It might, I mean, it's like in the 90 minutes with the credits, and this, it's under that. And yep, there's the trap they're springing. Let's not cut our way out of this cargo net with these swords. Shredder definitely picked up some more scars on his face. Overall, I would say he survived the trash truck pretty well. The way Shredder's addressing this whole situation reminds me of Lord Humongous in The Road Warrior. A lot of the hand gesture talking. Yeah, well, you never got to see Paris because you're supposed to not live in their world. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that arrow is not going that far. Hey, Splinter did say he was partial to Cowabunga. Mutual of Splinter, dude. Do 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 do. Shut him up. I'm the Shredder. I'm going to stand here and watch on my crate. Or rather, yeah. Is it a crate he's on? Or a pallet? Oh, come on, Splinter. Do something. I'm trying to think here. Does Splinter just kind of walk off just so that you kind of get the? I guess Splinter has left. I had the Toka and Razor figurines. They had actually for like 1991. They had some incredibly authentic action figures for this film that had a kind of rubberized material to them, and they look so much, at least as memory serves, looked so much like the characters did in the movie, the Turtles, that is. It was the sort of quality one would expect out of something like NECA nowadays. Though I think NECA does have some TMNT movie figurines, which are much larger, actually far more detailed. That is some toss right there. It's the TGRI guy. Gotta get the hang of that. I kind of like that. That's the second time pulling some duct tape off someone's lips. I never thought about that hurting, but man, what if you had a long mustache? That could be rough. We got to get out of here, guys. Thank goodness there's a sewer. And the way they get out of here, this something I always found kind of intimidating is this drop into the sewer. It's like, whoa, yeah, this is how a guy like Mr. Scientist here would be breaking his leg. Come on. I don't know. That seems like a little bit of a fall. Especially if you jump down, you don't crawl in. And they can't fit. They're babies, so you gotta tickle them. How much training did Toka and Razor have to become evil, to really realize it? Oh yeah, just tell them everything. Show them your hideout. Come on, go ahead. It's no problem. It makes you wonder how Splinter got out of that scene. Did he take this hatch into the subway? How does the stained glass ceiling work if it's underground? Ah, Professor has much to tell us he does. I was under the impression this was in HD, but some of these shots here are just so grainy and pixelated. I mean, it could be a thing with the compression on Netflix's end with how smoky, dust filled the environment is. Remove evidence of the disposal process. I mean, we're doing a lot of things that aren't really cleared with the EPA. That's what we're doing now. This movie's noticeably more silly, isn't it, guys? There's really no sense of drama in this, and I think that's a big part of why this one doesn't have the afterglow of fondness, the nostalgia that the original 1990 film has. But a lot of people, their complaints about the TMNT live action films, the first three, so much of that is memories of two and three, particularly two. They're associating with one that it just doesn't seem right. I see things like I Love the 90s on VH1, or hell, it's probably I Love the 80s, 1988. They're talking about Die Hard. And they'll say, oh, well, he's an everyman, he has a hangover. And they start showing clips from Die Hard with a Vengeance, the 95 film. He doesn't have a hangover in the first movie. He has a hangover in 95, the third film. And people seem to put these traits into the first movie. I mean, the first film is largely serious. There's some jokes for levity here and there, but so much of this is a gag. These guys are running around like masters of the universe. We'll unleash them on the city and just have them wreck some stuff. Yeah, that'll teach everybody. Oh boy, that wolf costume. I mean, you could say that didn't age well, but no, it shouldn't have been approved to begin with. Oh yeah, we're learning to talk. Masters say have fun. Fun. Let them get their own cab. Not a bad joke. like almost in line with the humor of the first film. Yeah, I guess the spoken jokes are for the parents, and then you just have all these like slapsticky gags for the kids. Is that the same police chief? It may be. Chief Stearns. I'm gonna have to look that up. Do you ever see cops dressed like this unless it's for a large press conference? Honestly, you don't. I think we need to bring back this kind of dignified uniform to the police instead of making them look like paramilitary units. It could, in some way, de escalate circumstances surrounding cops and relations with the public. If you have intimidating force there, you kind of feel in danger, and a lot of people overreact, step out of line. If the police look friendly and helpful, that could change a lot of these outcomes. But what do I know? They don't hire me to do anything. Get sanitized and clean this place up, huh? Hey, where's Freddy? You know, the guy that's actually with the foot. I think didn't he do something here to kidnap April? Dun 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 dun. Yeah, put the mask on, but reveal your identity for the hell of it. Did they have a big terry cloth shirt previously? I don't think so. They say if you don't meet me at the construction site tonight, so they let me go after giving me some information to go talk to you guys. They'd send Toka and Razor out again, this time into Central Park, where they might bite trees. Oh no. How are they going to avoid all those people? Oh, that's the idea. Oh, We have no choice but to meet the Shredder's wishes. She said Razar. Razor. Isn't it Razor? Wait a minute. There might be a way. We'll just use the reverse ooze on them. Turn them back to babies. Make sure you don't get this on you guys, or you won't be able to kick butt. Man, you had Kino walking around the subway with these chemicals, shopping him around to the sewer. I don't know if the pizza would mess this up. Recycle, dudes. Kind of a subtle recycling message PSA there for the turtles. It comes up with some ice cubes, right? You give them the ice cubes. Num nums. You put the ice cube in the donuts. They eat them. Bart Simpson cup, really? That's no accident, guys. Things that happen in a movie on a closed set, props are brought in specifically. There's supposed to be some kind of message to take here. I don't know, you put some slop in a Bart Simpson cup. Are they kind of shitting on the Simpsons? Ah, yeah, we're gonna make some ninja walking poses here, and yeah, that way we're ninjas. Yeah. All right, someone hit the lights. Come on. We got pallets around here, guys. Somebody needs to stand on them. It says men grunting in the subtitles. Interesting. Will be your undoing. Looks like he still has plenty of ooze left. A full canister. How'd he do that? Think you would have spent this on the two mutants you made. What do they call this? Observe the ancient ritual of traditional pre-fight donut. Yeah, stand in front of your foe and be like, "Give it a chance." That won't throw him off. Yum yums. I thought it was num nums. Oh gosh, Wolf here's got such a paralysis face. Yeah, we got some for you. And then don't they say there's something like nitrous oxide accelerate the process of it? Like they have to hit them with some gas. Uh oh, he found the ice cube of the stuff. Uh oh. More tossing of the turtles around. This is your excitement in Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze, guys. And you want to shit on the Michael Bay produced films where the action was quite extreme? This is what you're looking at with the limitations of having guys in suits trying to be mutants. They're both the ugly one. And what do you know? There's a club next door with Vanilla Ice. Say what you will, Vanilla Ice has the all-time best-selling rap album because of Ice Ice Baby. It was what was it called? To the Extreme. Was that the album? They didn't release it as a single, but it got number one on the charts anyways, just on like the airplay and strength of the album sells. So Burp. Ugh. They can smell it across the room. It's a club. It's New York. Everybody's got their wild costumes. It's just part of the act. Getting a little bit of burp from the donuts. Yeah, I need your tie. Not sure why. And then Vanilla Ice is like, yeah, you know what? There's something here. I can kind of make a rap out of this. Go, ninja, go, ninja, go. His Vanilla Ice's lyrics are really not that bad. There's a lot of garbage rap out there. Is this any worse? I mean, a lot of this rhymes very well. The ninja rap, I think he cracked this out on a talk show or there was some event. I think it was to promote one of the more recent films. Look at this. We have the hey, I'm the music producer guy, and I've got the little rat tail ponytail thing, and my little underling, he kind of wants to be like me, and he's got the thing going too. Yeah, that's how you know we're producers. Carbon dioxide. There we go. The burping is retarding the reaction. I don't think you can quite phrase it like that in 2020, pal. I do hope by the end of this decade things get less PC. There's got to be some kind of backlash, an un-PCing. Wow, this is grainy. This is so pixelated and dirty. It's like something got smeared across the screen. Fighting is the last choice of a true ninja. Okay, samurai. I cannot. That might be the last we see of Splinter this movie. Trying to remember here. All right, we're gonna hit him with the fire extinguisher here. Maybe that'll accelerate the process here. Yeah, we don't fight them so much as pull a prank to get them on their backs and then make them suck extinguisher. I can't testify for how dangerous that would be to try on a kid, but I would not suggest a fire extinguisher challenge. Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, get him out here. Call the police. No, no, don't. They like it. Yeah. Great gag. Totally worth our time. Now we got the fighting. Okay. Anybody can get in this club. Gosh, that girl in the black dress is really enjoying this. Diversity, guys. See, blacks, whites. Yeah, that's another thing about Vanilla Ice is he had pretty wide appeal in his audience. I think after a bit, though, it became this. He was quickly stigmatized. It was like, oh well, he's not street enough, so then the black people don't like him, and it's like white poser thing. Okay, we can't like him either. People fell off the face of the earth really fast in the 90s. Now they stick around because it's just so much more convenient to just give these people hits instead of trying to discover new acts. Everybody dance. I think you can make a dance out of that pretty effectively. There's some decent dance moves there. Put that on Dancing with the Stars. Alright, I guess we gotta get on stage now. And this kind of begins the process of the Ninja Turtles being a stage show. In the 90s, they would have like a tour, like, hey, we have sort of rock songs, some repurposed stuff, change some lyrics around. I'm the Shredder. I have to stand on something to look tall. Okay, here we go. He's got the cape. Keep an eye on his blades, the helmet, all that stuff. I think there's a radical change here when he becomes Super Shredder. The ooze doesn't just change him, it changes his costume. Oh, did they need Kino for this? Nope. Guys, I'm here. Come on, don't worry, get out of my way. Kick. Hey, we don't know her. Go ahead. What are you gonna do? Turn her into a mutant human? Oh, the keytar. Yeah, I don't believe you can launch someone with this. Did the Mythbusters ever cover this? Just saying rat knocks people out. They fell out of their armor. Giant snapping turtle still nonetheless. For a baby? I mean, yeah, that's a wolf pup, but okay. And there we are with the same backdrop that we saw earlier at the junkyard. Only now we're at the docks. Yeah, we're supposed to end the movie with Cowabunga, so here we go. Cowabunga. Uh-oh, Super Shredder. Different claws, everything. This is Kevin Nash. He was not a real known wrestler at the time. I think he was probably Master Blaster, Oz, different gimmicks. He wasn't Diesel yet with the WWF. He was still with WCW. Then he'd come back to WCW as Kevin Nash, just himself rather. Part of the Outsiders NWO founding member. Yeah, we got giant foam shredding equipment here. Different cape, muscles all over the place. Kind of etched into the costume. Shredder looks intimidating as all hell here, really. I think Super Shredder actually looks pretty cool. Looks better than newer incarnations of the Shredder. Though, yeah, terribly impractical. I mean, how do you even get in transportation with shoulder pads like that? We're turtles. Go for a swim. Yeah, I'm stupid enough. I'm going to have the dock break on top of me. Uh, as huge as he is, he's a mutant now. Do you get the sense that a piece of wood hitting him on the back and him going ow is enough to take him out? This dock should have went down, not just the top layer. And they also kind of rejoice in his death. Like, oh, Shredder's dead. No, wait, I thought I saw a ghost. Oh, okay, good. He's dead now. Everybody else, no casualties. I love being a turtle. Well, he's not a turtle. Look. Oh, yeah, you tell him to look before anything happens? Nobody could survive that? Ugh. Oh, he's kind of like Jason Voorhees, ain't he? Are you sure he's gone? As far as these movies are concerned, it seems to be the case. They don't deal with Shredder in part 3. Yeah. And now we're ready to cowabunga high five. It can't be a high five though. They don't have 5 digits. Yeah, we were seen all right. Ninja rap is born. Practice harder. How do you get the newspaper, Splinter? How do you do that without being seen? Everybody do your 10 flips. I made a funny. Okay, guys, so that's going to do it for my commentaries on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle films. I don't see any others out here that I could be watching. The third one is not available on Netflix. I don't know if you have any desire for me to talk about the Bay films, and I'd only do so if both of them were on a streaming service. But I'm going to have other stuff planned to discuss in the future. Till next time, adios.